Teruvan Sarna everyone. Today we will be talking about Patichcha Samuppadaya in greater depth, in more details. So you will understand about Patichcha Samuppadaya. We need to know why Patichcha Samuppadaya is so important. So if you open the first page, which says Patichcha Samuppadaya and how it's derived at the meaning, Patichcha Samuppadaya. So that is the nirukti of the name Patichcha. Pati is the bond, Ichcha is the kamatta or the like, the desire. So when you attach with a like, the result, consequently you will get a result according to the Patichcha, equal outcome. It will give you an equal outcome. So if you attach very strongly, the suffering will be very strong, for example. So that is how it will be, because it will only give you bad effects. It's not going to give you anything good by attaching. So that is what you need to understand, but we will go through one by one and try to understand it, and how to use Patichcha Samuppadaya practically is the most important thing that we are going to discuss today. So why do you need Patichcha Samuppadaya? Tathagatayan Vahanse has said that yo Patichcha Samuppadam passati so dhammam passati, yo dhammam passati so mam passati. So what he has said here is, if someone understands Patichcha Samuppadaya, that person understands Dhamma, and if one understands Dhamma, he sees Buddha. So that is the only way to see Buddha. In order for you to see Buddha, you need to understand Dhamma. So in order for you to understand Dhamma, you need to understand Patichcha Samuppadaya. If you understand Patichcha Samuppadaya properly, that means you have understood the Dhamma. You are Sotapanna, you are walking the path, you are in the path. So these are all connected together. So you grasp the main concepts of Buddhism. You understand Chaturarya Satya. You understand the Four Noble Truths. You understand Anicca Dukkha Anatta. They are all linked. Then you understand the Arya Ashtangika Margya, or the eightfold path which you have to walk in order to attain Nibbhana. So that is why it's very important to understand Patichcha Samuppadaya. That is why you need Patichcha Samuppadaya. Okay. So if you look at the first page, right, it starts with avidya, because this is where the abhisankara process starts. Abhisankara is where we create the suffering for ourselves. This is where we create the world. Okay, so this is what you need to understand. With vipaka there is no problem. Vipaka, you can't do anything about vipaka, because even the Arihatun Vahanse will have the vipaka. But abhisankara is the issue, and abhisankara is the process that you need to stop. So in order for you to understand this, you need to understand Patichcha Samuppadaya. So avidya, when you have avidya is not knowing the Four Noble Truths in a simple way. Avidya is dukkha satya, nirodha satya, samudaya satya, marga satya. So those four, not knowing those four or not understanding those four is avidya, right? So when there is avidya, the cycle works: avidya, sankara, viññāna, nama rupa, salayatana, passa, vedana, tanha, upadana, bhava, and then bhava pacca jati, then comes back to jara marana soka parideva dukkha domanassa, and then again avidya. So that is how the cycle works, right? I am running through the cycle because I am going to run through it a few times, then you will understand properly, right? now we are still in page 1. We are looking at page 1. What is the Patichcha Samuppadaya cycle? That is what we are trying to understand. It starts with avidya and it goes to avidya, paccaya, sankhara. There is something that you need to understand with the Patichcha Samuppadaya cycle. It always says avidya paccaya sankhara, sankhara paccaya vijnana, vijnana paccaya namarupa, namarupa paccaya salayatana. So there is a word called paccaya. This paccaya is explained in different ways in different books, but the real meaning is this is the reason. This is the reason and reason and effect theory, right? So hetuva, this is the avidya. Because of avidya, sankhara happens. That is the reason, right? And because of sankhara, vijnana happens. Vijnana, because if there is sankhara, the vijnana happens anyway. If there is a vijnana, namarupa happens anyway. So you can't stop salayatana where there is namarupa. You can't stop the sparsha when there is salayatana. So that's why you need to understand there is a link between everything, and these are the reasons. So this is the cause and effect theory, basically, right? This is in detail. We are going into more detail about the cause and effect theory. So if you move on to page number 2, vipaka and abhisankhara world, you will understand how this abhisankhara is created by avidya. So vipaka, if you look at the vipaka world, this vipaka world, even the Arihatun Wahanse has the vipaka world. Chakku, sota, gahana, jivha, kaya, mana are the 6 senses, right? Eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind. And then for these we have images, sound, smell, taste, touch and thoughts from outside. So this is the inner world and the outside world. And then on top of that we have the eye consciousness, that is the seeing, the ear consciousness, which is the hearing, the nose consciousness, tongue consciousness, body consciousness and mind consciousness, right? So these are the 18, which is vipaka. It is not something you can't change this. It's not something that you can change. It happens. You have it, and even Arihatun Wahanse has it. So there is no problem with that. The problem arises with the avidya and the abhisankhara process. So this abhisankhara world is what we are creating. That creates the bhava. So that is the becoming. So this is what you need to understand. So we will go through one by one and then try to understand. So first of all, if you go to the next page, we will try to understand how the pure mind works. This is the first Patichcha Samuppada process that takes place in your mind. When you see something, this takes place, but you don't realize because it goes so fast, and then by the time you realize it's polluted already. So this is where what you need to understand, and then when you understand this, you can do the meditation, you can do the kaya anupassana very well, you can do the indriya bhavana very well, because you can understand how the mind works and how fast it works, and you can break it down and look at it properly, and then you will see, oh, this is what's happening. Oh, this is you can see the process clearly when you know the process. Otherwise you will only see the result, and it's too late when you see the result. You want to change the result. So in order for you to change the result, you need to know the process, and you should be able to break down the process. So in the pure Prabhashvara Chittaya, that slide, that page, if you look at that, let's go through the top right hand side. There are 9 on there before getting to the Vijnana Kanda. So there are 8 before the Vijnana Khandha. With the Vijnana Khandha it's 9. So this is how the Chitta is developed. So this is something you need to understand. It starts from Chitta. The moment you see something, the first Chitta starts processing. Then it becomes Mano. Then Manasang. Mano is its measuring. So if you say, for example, you see a person, it measures. It looks at the height and the width and things like that. It measures, and then it puts the measurements together. So these are this is how the mind works, the process of the mind, right? It's not gonna go to the Vijnana straight away, right? Say for example, you see an image of a person that you know in a split second. Sometimes you can't recognize that person, right? So it's like that. So the first moment the Chitta works, you don't recognize what it is. So how you recognize is by first you do the Mano. Mano is the Maninava, as in measuring, right? And then Manasang. Sang is the accumulate. You accumulate the data. You sum it up. You collect the data. So that is Manasang, right? And then Hadayang. Then you get involved with it, right? These are very simple meanings, right? Pandarang is you're giving some energy to it. You're just putting some. Now you're focusing on it a little bit more, right? And then Mano Manayatana. Now the Mana Ayatana, the mind starts working on this. Mana Indriya, it becomes a Indriya, it becomes a sense now, and then it becomes the Vijnana. So this is how the Vijnana is created. That's when you understand what it is. This is just identifying. So if you see someone, up to Vijnana, there is no problem. Up to Vijnana Khandha, the first process is just an identification. Now you identify the person. Say for example, that person, oh, it's this person. So until that, there is nothing wrong until that. Even the Rahatan Vahanse does the same process. If someone comes and stands in front of Rahatan Vahanse, right? This Chitta Mano Manasang Hadayam Pandaram Mano Manayatana Manendriyam Vijnana Khandha. This process happens. So there is nothing wrong in that. Then the Rahatan Vahanse identifies the person. So this is very important because this is where we have to stop the Abhisankara process. After this is when the Raga dvesha moha come into play. So if you understand this, even if you are doing meditation, you get a thought, you hear a noise. Okay, what is that noise? Oh, someone opened the door. Okay, you identified that it was a noise, and the noise was a door opening. Now if you process it further and further, trying to find out who did it, why did they open the door, that is where the Raga dvesha moha comes into play. Why did you open the door when I am meditating, or something like that? Then the Raga dvesha moha comes into play. But until then it wasn't a problem. There is no Raga, no dvesha or moha. You just identified. But if you want to, say for example, you want to know something, that is different. Then you have a desire. You want to know something. Oh, what's happening? It's not that. But the noise was a vipaka noise. So you heard a noise as vipaka. So you identified the noise. Okay. Oh, that's a bird. Oh, that's fine. Right? It's a car. Fine. You identified. There is no Raga dvesha moha. This is very important to know that. Then is the problem. So now I'm going back to the pure Chitta, how it's created and how it works, right? So I'm in the same page. So if you look at there is an image, that is the Rupa. Then there is an eye. Say for example, there is a nice guy. Okay, there is a nice guy walking down the road. A girl comes outside the house, and then the girl sees the guy, right? So there is no problem there. The girl sees the guy, the girl identifies. How does she identify? Chitta mano manasang hadayam pandaram mano manayatana vijnana vijnana kando. So then she gets the idea. Okay, she identified that's a man or a guy walking down. That's fine. And then the chakku vijnana happens. It's fine. It's not polluted yet, right? This is without avidya. There is no avidya in there. This is just an identifying an object. Okay. Then you come down from the chakku vijnana to nama. That creates nama. This nama doesn't create any material formation. There is no material formation here. Nama rupa. There is no rupa here. It's only nama. Nama is vedana sanya sankara. Vedana sanya sankara is nama. Then the I is working to identify or to see. So that the I becomes an ayatana. The I becomes an institute for seeing. Right? This is the ayatana. That is salayatana. Are the 6 senses. How it's used. This now the senses are opening to see. For seeing is not a problem. And then on the lower right hand side, rupa sparsha. So there is a contact with the rupa. Okay, that's the sparsha. Rupa sparsha, then rupa sangsparsha. Sangsparsha is there is this. It is you collect it together and you get in contact with the rupa. Then the rupa sampassaja vedana. Then you get the feel of that image. Getting the feel is not even that is fine. There is no problem in getting the feel. But there is no tanha or upadana after that. This is what you need to understand in the Patichcha Samuppadaya chakra, in the Patichcha Samuppadaya cycle. How the Avyakrutha works is, how the pure mind works is, there is no avidya, and then there is no tanha, there is no upadana, there is no tanha, because there is no avidya. It's just a recognize. You're trying to recognize, you're trying to identify. There is no tanha, there is no upadana, and then you come to the seeing. Penena bhava. You became to a person who sees. Right? So that's the end of the cycle. So that's fine. Up to there it's fine. What happens then is, if you go to the next page, which is the raga chitta, how the raga chitta works. So it is the same process. Now because this Patichcha Samuppadaya cycle, it's not one. It goes on and on and on and on, cycle after cycle after cycle. So the first round you identify, and then starts the abhisankara process because of the avidya. The avidya hits. Oh, from the avidya you give a value to it, because you have avidya. If there is no avidya, you don't give a value to anything. But now you have avidya, so you give a value. And if that person thinks it's valuable, then there is a chance of getting attached. So that is what's going to happen now. So it's the lustful or raga chitta, and how it works, or loba, Patichcha Samuppadaya. It is the same thing, right? So now there is a rupa, and then there is a chakku. The eye is there, the image is there. I patichcha with raga. Now there is a avidya with it, right? Avidya pacha, then comes the sankhara, right? Sankhara, then you do the sankhara, and then happens the vijnana. Sankhara is kaya sanchetana, vachi sanchetana, mano sanchetana. This is where the mano sanchetana works, right? And then chitta, mano, manasang. Now it's all raga chitta, raga mano, raga manasang, raga hadayang, raga pandarang, raga mano manayatana, raga manendriyang, raga vijnana kando. Now you have created a raga vijnana. Now the vijnana is raga. When the vijnana is raga, vijnana pacha nama rupa is raga. it's not just nama, now it's creating rupa as well, lustful material formation. Nama is the Vedana Sanya Sankara, Rupa is the Satara Mahabhuta and Upadaya Rupa. So that's the Nama Rupa. Now the I created with Ragika Nama Rupa is an institute for Raga. Now the I is opening with Raga to look at the image. Now there is Raga with it, right? And then comes the Rupa Raga Samparsha. Then Rupa Raga Sampassaja Vedana. The contact is Rupa Raga, and then the Vedana, the feel, is the Rupa Raga Sampassaja Vedana. Then Rupa Raga Tanha. Then there is a attachment, there is a clinging on. And then Upadana. Now you are attached to it. And then Ragika Bhava. Now you become Raga. Existence of lustful seeing. Now you are looking at it with the Raga, with a lustful feeling. Now you are looking at it with lust, right? So this is how the Raga Chitta processes. This is how the Loba Patichcha Samuppadaya works. This is also called the Viparinama Dukkha, because there was nothing in the image. There was no Raga. You created the Raga in your mind because of avidya. Now you are looking at the image as if there is Raga in there, and then this is what's creating the asada. This is also the start of asada. That is what it's saying, start of asada. Under the image of the man, it says start of asada. This is how you start the asada. With the Raga, with the avidya, you look at something that doesn't have Raga in a Raga perspective, and then you are creating the Raga yourself in your mind, right? Say if this girl was looking at this boy, but the boy probably didn't even see the girl. He doesn't know anything about this girl. He is just walking down the road, but this girl has created lustful feelings inside her mind. She's created the lustful thoughts in the mind. She's got everything created, and then she's getting asada because of that, and she's enjoying it. She's thinking, wow, that man gave me happiness, that man made me happy. But no, because she attached lustfully, she created asada herself. That is why it's called Viparinama Dukkha, right? And this is also called the Samudaya or Udayangama. So because you need to know these words, Samudaya, Udayangama, Attangama, Aswada, Adinava, Nissarana. So these are very important words in order for you to walk the path, right? So Udayangama or Samudaya is this. Okay, now the guy went, and the girl, say for example, the girl's mom called the girl into the house. What are you doing outside? Can you come inside and do help me with the cooking? And then all of a sudden, what happened is you go back to the pure mind, because there is no lustful. The lust is gone now. Now again the mind works in a pure manner. So you look at the rupa, and then you identify. There is no lust or hateful in there. So then, if you go to the pure chitta again, if you look at the pure chitta again, there is no avidya, and then sankhara. There is sankhara, vijnana, nama. There is no nama rupa. Then chattayatana, rupa sansparsha, rupa sampassaja vedana. There is no tanha, no upadana. Then you come to the bhava, which is the penena bhava, which is the seeing, looking, seeing. That's fine, right? The problem is when you attach with lustfully. Then let's move on to the dvesha. The next page, hateful or dvesha chitta. How does that work? It is very similar to the raga, but it's red. emitting red. Before it was emitting yellow, right? These colors, you need to understand that as well. In one of the first discussions, someone asked about these colors. Were they in the Tripitaka? Yes, they are in the Tripitaka. I found out recently that they have been mentioned about these colors in the Tripitaka and the aura. So now coming back to the hateful chittaya, there is a rupa. Say for example, now this girl comes to the house, and then she is with the mom, and then all of a sudden one of her friends come to the house, and then they talk, and then this girl again thinks about this man or this guy, and then talks to her friend saying, oh, you know, this guy, I saw this guy, he seems to be really nice. And then all of a sudden her friend tells about this person, and she says all sorts of things that makes her very, very angry. For example, this man is a really bad guy. He's this kind of guy. He does this and that. And then all of a sudden the whole chittaya changes. Now the perception, the mentality, everything changes. The love is gone. The desire is gone. There is no asada by looking at this man. And then this girl starts thinking, oh my God, I got away lightly. Otherwise, if I didn't know about this, I would have got involved with this guy and got into trouble. Now this is what's working in the mind, right? This is because of the avidya. And now this girl is thinking, okay, now the next day the girl walks outside and all of a sudden sees the same guy walking on the road, and then there is no lustful anymore, right? The pure mind turns back to hateful. So this is how it happens. The rupa, you see the rupa, which is the guy from the eye patichcha with dvesha. Now the patichcha is dvesha patichcha. You need to understand this patichcha as well, right? So according to patichcha is samuppada, right? Earlier it was a raga patichcha, then it ended up in a raga bhava. Now it's a dvesha patichcha. Then dvesha chitta, dvesha mano, dvesha manasang, dvesha hadayang, dvesha pandarang, dvesha mano manayatana, dvesha manindriyang, dvesha viññāna kando, right? This is the dvesha chakku viññāna has been created. Now the dvesha nama rupa, now it's emitting the aura, the red color auras, right? Nama, the vedana sanya sankara, and then the rupa, the satara mahabhuta and upadaya rupa. So it's hateful material formation. I created with dvesha. It's an institute for dvesha. And then it creates the dvesha rupa dvesha sampassa, then rupa dvesha sampassaja vedana, rupa dvesha tanha, rupa dvesha adhimokka, then rupa dvesha bhava. It's instead of the upadana, it's called adhimokka when it comes to hatred. It's just a word that's been used, right? And this is rupa because it's to do with the eye and the images. That is why these are all rupa. That's something that you need to understand. So if it's sota, it's the same thing. So sota desha sampassaja vedana. So that is how it works. And then gana, it's the same thing with gana, jivha, kaya, mana. And then this is called the dukkha. This is called the dukkha. I'm not sure if you guys can remember when I explained the viparinama dukkha and sankhara dukkha. I did mention that in the Tripitaka this has been explained in a different way. If you attach lustfully with a neutral thing, and you're creating a viparinama dukkha. If you attach hatefully with something, you're creating a dukkha, right? So sankhara dukkha is if you attach neutrally with something, you're creating a sankhara dukkha. So those are the three dukkha that I explained before in a different manner, but this is again described here, right? So now if we move on, okay, now the guy has gone, and then all of a sudden mom calls back to the house, okay, come and help me with the cooking, and then she goes back inside, and then all of a sudden the chitta changes, the hateful Patichcha Samuppadaya changes to dvesha Patichcha Samuppadaya changes to the neutral, which is Avyakrutha. So this Avyakrutha is what the Rahatan Vahanse has. Avyakrutha, there is no problem with the Avyakrutha Patichcha Samuppadaya. This is the normal living. You just see something, you don't attach. There is no raga, there is no dvesha, there is no moha. Seeing things is not a problem, right? Those are all vipakas. This is what you need to understand. And then the Avyakrutha works, and you are back to normal. So that is how this Patichcha Samuppadaya cycle works. So what is important here and how you can use this practically is by understanding this, how it works. You need to understand, okay, am I going to attach? So if something, you see something, and if a desire comes to your mind, you need to be able to recognize it, because now you are conscious, right? You are mindful. You're trying to do the indriya bhavana. You're trying to do the Satara Satipatthana. So now you're conscious about yourself. So now when you're walking, when you're talking, when you're doing something, so you're conscious. You see something, and then all of a sudden, if some lustful, hateful or delusional thoughts come into your mind, all of a sudden you need to understand, oh, why am I attaching lustfully with this? What am I trying to create? Am I trying to create asada and a viparinama dukkha for myself? Or if you are attaching hatefully, it's the same thing. Am I going to create a dukkha for myself and suffer? Why would I do that? Because sometimes, imagine, you can think about someone who has died. Say for example, there was this one person that you hated or you didn't like at all. You can, and he's dead, he's long gone, but you can think about him and create a hateful thought in your mind, and you can suffer, right? So this is something that you need to understand. This is very dangerous. Why would you suffer because of someone that's not even there? Do you understand? So it is the same thing. Say for example, if whether he's living or dead shouldn't matter, right? Say there is one person, but you can't see that person. He's somewhere. You don't even know whether he's there or not. You can think about that person if you have a hateful thought. This is what I'm trying to explain, right? If you have a hateful thought, you can suffer because of this person. You can think about this person, oh my God, I should hate this guy, and then all of a sudden all the thought processes change. Everything changes. Now it's the mind that's working. Instead of a rupa, it's the mind, right? And then the vijnana becomes dvesha, and then the dvesha nama rupa. Nama rupa paccaya salayatana. You think more and more about that person, and then it gets stronger and stronger. Then sampassa, dvesha sampassa, then dvesha sampassaja vedana, dvesha tanha, then dvesha adhimokka. Then you became dvesha for no reason. That person is not even in front of you. He's not even there. You don't even know where he lives now, right? Again, think there is a person in front of you. Now we came from the dead person. Now there is one person living somewhere we don't know. Now there is one person in front of you. Now, do we have to suffer because of someone else? Say for example, one person wants to make you angry. Even if you really hate this person, would you make him happy? Imagine you don't like this person. You don't want to make this person happy. So why would you suffer because of him? If you suffer, that's making him happy. So why would you do that? Do you understand what I'm trying to get at? So it doesn't make sense being angry. So if that person wants to make you angry, you should do the opposite. If you don't like that person, you should be happy. How do you become happy? You shouldn't take it inside. You shouldn't get angry because of an outside source. Why? It's not giving you the anger. You are creating the anger yourself. This is what you need to understand. There is one person in front of you, or that person is saying something. You can hear some words, some noise, some sounds. That sound didn't give you anger. You create the anger yourself inside your mind. It was just a word. If you break the word down, it's just some noises, right? Do you understand? Phonics. You just create it, you just accumulate it, you put it together, and then you suffer. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So this is what you need to understand. So when you understand this, then you will understand how the mind works, how this process works. Then mano, manasang, hadayam, pandarang, you understand how it works. Then the nama rupa. Then, because sometimes when you are angry with, say for example, you are watching something on the telly, or you are watching something on the computer or YouTube. You switch that off, but you're still angry. If someone comes and talks to you, that person has not done anything wrong to you, but you're angry. You react angrily. Why? Because you have taken something, you have changed according to what you saw. So you have changed yourself. So this is what you need to understand. When you understand this, then you know what's going on. Then you can avoid things like that happening. So this is what I want you guys to understand. So this is how the hateful chitta works. So when you are meditating, the same thing. You need to understand, if there is no raga, if there is no dvesha, if there is no moha, it's totally fine. You will still be in dhyana. People, what they don't understand is, if a thought comes, they think, oh, that's it, it's polluted. A thought is not, it doesn't come polluted. If you hear a noise, if you hear a sound, it's not polluted, it's fine. Identifying a sound, yes, I heard a noise, perfectly fine. You smell something, yeah, I smell something. You saw something, say you your eyes were open and you saw something, someone walking. Yeah, I see someone walking. You shouldn't be thinking, oh, am I concentrating on something else? Am I running around? Is my mind running around? It's not that. It's just a vipaka thought. Just let it go. Just leave it that way. This is what you need to understand. And this is how you stay in the dhyana. Then that's fine. As long as you understand that, and make sure you don't let the abhisankara to happen. Abhisankara is you get attached with raga, dvesha, moha.